You didn't even read that.
I don't care.
You got.
Okay. So the thing is, you choose
Nicholas,
words
wait.
that you think the girl you want to go for will love.
Oh.
And they're like jump if you pick their word kind of thing.
Yeah. Good.
So like,
Wait, which ones?
if you want to pick like
Okay,
cute stuff, or if you want to pick like happy, sad kind of stuff, or if you want to pick like smart words.
do you remember?
Okay, you've got 3.
Where's
for Yuri so
Monica?
Do you
far.
remember what each? She's not on there.
Why?
Because she won't go for you because you're too stupid. At least that's what your character's saying.
You neat.
But maybe Nicholas.
Nibble.
Okay, do you remember what each of these characters is like? Personalities is? Do you need a refresher?
No, I don't care that much.
But Nicholas, you gotta know which one you're going for.
You
I want Monica.
Okay, too bad.
There'll come a time for that.
For right now, choose which
Alright.
one do you like the most, even if it's not.
Giggle.
Okay.
I guess the purple one.
Okay, so she's like,
She's scary.
yeah, she's like goth anime.
And
She-
and she's and like smart words, you know, like
Infinite.
infinite, yeah.
Graveyard. Flesh.
Ooh, you're doing
She
good.
liked that one.
She did.
Anime.
Unending.
Oh, fickle.
Wrath.
Ooh, heavens.
Electricity.
Puppy.
Puppy. Marshmallow.
Kawaii.
Agonizing. Was that there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see it. Explode. Effulgent. Headphones. Dark.
What a nice poem we have here.
Don't we get to read it at the
Massacre.
end of this, or is it read the next day? Because it's been a bit.
Wait, what?
Does it actually write one?
No.
Or is it okay? I thought it was like read the next day or something. But they read theirs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi again, NickyPingus. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. While I'm back at the Lit Club, I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, NickyPingus. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. I gotta ease into it.
Her voice changes every time.
At least, well, Sayori's is easy. It's just girl voice. Sayori told me he didn't even want to join you. I don't know if you plan to just come in here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Whoa! Natsuki finds herself stuck between St. Monica and manga.
Do they not have a nose?
It's just not
It's
very
that
noticeable.
little
Manga's
dot.
literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. NickyPingus always gives it his best. As long as he's having fun. He helps me with the busy work. Let him talk!
How dependable.
Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost
This coming from Nicholas.
and you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? now I'm
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come you and Nicky... how come you and NickyPingus can become good friends too?
Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation you just put me into.
Oh, Yuri. Wait, right? Yeah. Oh, Yuri. Even brought you something today, you know. What? I can't read.
Well, wait, Sayori.
I need a link.
Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so it's a nice gesture from you as a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Aw, what a
Is that
sweetheart.
so?
Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Yeah, brother.
Alright, well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
What? You think she was gonna pull something out?
I don't know!
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss
Oh
it
no!
if you wanted.
This is. How is this girl accidentally being so cute?
Aw.
I hate this. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you!
Even though she
I'll
insults your
definitely read
intelligence.
this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I
Again.
look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Mana to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sari and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her tense expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet.
I
Oh god.
guess what
Really?
she's got in the closet.
I'll be curious to talk to Yuri a little more. At the same time, I
Your
feel bad
decision.
for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah!
That
Crap!
wasn't for you.
I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. ... But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a
You're
bit
so
of this,
fucking
so...
distracting. That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
just curious how you come to have two copies of the same book.
Well, I stopped by the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down.
Is it cursed?
What?
Am my hand stuck to it?
You find out. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
There we go, he did it!
Well.
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over this book is titled Portrait of Markov. Ooh, Russian. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Ominous. Alright.
I like the voice crack.
I just want to make sure I don't spoil
Ominous.
anything. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human research place. And while her life is in danger, she desperately needs to No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kinda dark, isn't it?
Kinda nope.
Yuri made it so like there was gonna be a nice story, so that dark turd came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, NickyPingus?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those sort of things.
I totally forgot you were a wimp.
She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but mine seems to be something completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a whole new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because somebody wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in.
Yeah, Hitler.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I guess. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be naive for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans.
Mein Kampf.
Okay. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey! Don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem.
She turns into an octopus at night.
Gross, Nicholas.
I wish. It's when I let things like books, something...
That was an accidental click.
I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
We're already there.
Shut up.
That's...
I
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least thing I can do is listen. It's a lit club after all.
Nicholas is already speaking the language. Lit club.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. ... Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had to put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. My catchphrase.
Yeah.
Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
So sorry. I was just...
Yuri! You really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do?
That's something I'm into.
I don't really mean to.
I like a girl who can say sorry.
I mean...
Oh my god.
Here, this should work, right?
You're the evil protagonist.
I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. Then I hold the book more between... I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then
Yeah,
hold
two
my
desks together.
Yeah, but then hold my book more between the two of them?
Yeah, like this. So you'd hold a page, I'd hold a page.
You keep taking my I suppose so.
Yuri typically closes her own copy once we learn a little bit. Oh, I feel like my left arm's in the way, so instead I should use my right hand to hold open the book.
There, finally you go.
I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Ooh.
Yuri takes her left thumb and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page. Yuri slides her thumb at flip her side.
I guess I was thinking about this differently because I'm on his left side.
Yeah.
But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Please!
Are you ready?
To turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? You're a little slow.
I like how you're a bit dense, aren't you?
I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the pages for me, so I turn it by my own volition. Whatever the hell it says. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it... Jesus Christ. Letting it flutter over to her. She catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a little silly, though, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all the things that she say she do.
Unlike you, I touch you and I cut myself. She's a bit more blunt.
Like she's a... It's not like I can say it to your head or anything, but kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
We remain silent for a moment.
But NickyPingus, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing.
Dot, dot, dot.
I guess I more meant this kind of cute.
Ah,
Ah!
why are you saying that all of a sudden? Okay, everyone.
Oh, come on, dude.
Exclamation point. I think it's time we share today's poems with each other.
Yes, poem time.
Oh, sorry.
Ah,
Yuri exhales spared from finishing her thoughts.
is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine.
Yuri realizes her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight.
A wink.
Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
Ooh.
I guess I don't have much of a preference either way.
It's a not an
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after when it picks up a bit, you know.
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own.
Alright!
Yeah.
I stand up. Do I really need to say that? I'm stalactites and stalagmites. I make a mental
with stalagmites and stalactites.
I make a mental note of where I left the hotel and books, slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem?
Yeah! My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I can't really find much inspiration stuff, and I've rarely done it before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
You didn't. I had stuff in my mouth.
I can't wait!
You don't get to read my lines. You're not getting paid for this part. That's me.
Sayori
I'm Sayori. You're NickyPingus and nothing else.
and the narrator.
That's NickyPingus's head.
Alright.
And you're NickyPingus's head.
Sayori is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit, and Suki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Who do you want to read? Who should I read my poem to first? Remember, you're going after Monica, but you also wrote a Yuri poem.
True.
Keep that in mind.
Yuri seems most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Eh? What was that?
Huh? Did I just say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really?
Just like you.
Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares blankly at me, then looks at my poems again.
What? Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. Traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them.
Again, you don't know how to write, you don't know how to read.
I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate.
Again.
Why do they have a chair just in the closet? Facing the door.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see why.
Oh no.
In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them, but getting them to work together and find the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things.
This is my favorite music piece in this. I like this one.
I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Based? Wow.
Based? Based on what?
I made it up.
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself or to me or to Mitsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Perm.
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Do I have to read it?
Who should read it?
Ghost under the light.
That's so hard to see.
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last to get replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing the air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
What?
Get it? It's poetry. ...
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to
God,
read.
she's kind of sus.
I'm just brain dead. You think it's... there's no way, right? That it's like actually...
Maybe this takes place inside the autism kid's head. It's canon.
The Tommy Westfall
Tommy
universe.
Wiseau universe.
Not Wiseau. God, I wish.
The new Joker. Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem, even though it's short. It was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer.
Please
poems.
don't write anything longer. Not at all.
Was it too
short? Like you?
Like your attention span?
Like your ability to read?
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write it something a little more
Something
mild.
you could handle.
Understand. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
There we go!
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
What a...
Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, NickyPingus.
Really?
Wow, you sure didn't understand that, did you?
I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past.
Honestly, I did
And
not get
soon to be left with nothing.
anything related to ghosts out of that poem.
There's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
The loop?
Yeah.
Didn't loop properly.
Nah! If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it.
There you go, that's gonna be Nicholas at the end of this.
I'm going to keep doing my best for you, NickyPingus.
Me too.
I'm gonna do the best for myself.
Aww.
God, don't
Hi,
pick any
NickyPingus.
characters I get to voice.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm just saying, his two favorites are both
Yeah,
me,
unfairly.
so...
Well, he
Having a
doesn't.
good
He doesn't
time
want to
so
go for
far?
the one that looks
no,
like a child.
I don't necessarily. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way...
Is that like a sailor hat?
It's a bow.
It's a bow.
Where the hell is it
It's
attached?
tied to her hair.
Ponytail.
When she goes into the attack position, you can see the ponytail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait for that to come around.
By the way, since you're new and everything... Sip a do.
Sip. You gotta take that sip.
If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
Damn it.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in
You
mind.
say alright a lot.
Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
Oh god, she's gonna roast it too. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. I would say that.
There you go.
Oh,
see?
there's the bow.
Attack position. You're not clicking right.
Don't worry, NickyPingus. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get
Excuse
past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, NickyPingus. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
Do they all think I'm just stupid? It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low.
They gotta meet a quota in this club.
That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Unlike Sayori, who likes simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness.
There you
This
go.
is like what the words are. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel,
So see,
or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances.
they're calling Sayori simple too. So
Alright.
that's
She's more your level. But
Yeah.
that's what she's saying.
it can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point.
Shark.
Don't touch the shark.
I never really asked though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
Sure, I'll end up trying different things a lot. Can I skip?
No,
That's okay.
Nicholas.
I'd love to see you try new things.
We can stop at the end of the day. At
No,
any-
I kind of want to finish it.
You gotta get the lore.
I'm just really scared of what's coming.
But I'll always help find what suits you the most. So don't force you to write any. Don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write.
I'm sorry. I thought about the Drake and Josh meme you sent me.
Oh yeah. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in the wall.
Oh no.
It couldn't have been me. See,
Nicholas, whoa.
the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see.
No!
I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
You gotta click outside.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind that?
Well, I'm not really sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
That's too big of
Yeah.
a word for me to understand.
What does that mean?
That. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem, or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow.
Scribble.
That's my advice for today.
If the
Thanks
ship
for
is on
listening.
land, you're already there.
Okay, since my parts are done, I'm gonna get to do it on Thursday.
Exactly. That much reading, yeah. You make your choice. I gotta decide the voice though before we go in.
Oh, do I have to?
You have to choose
All of
them.
do all of them read it?
Yeah. Nicholas,
Sorry,
you better not. Are you sure this is your first time?
Of course.
Ooh.
It's not that good.
We go.
Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right.
But that's
Oh,
why
Tyler.
it's impressed me.
Tyler, can you bring my phone down, please? It's plugged in by... Yeah, it's like if you follow the little thing that sticks out, it's across from
I don't know
that.
if I said that line. Oh. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just to something.
You better let me read these lines.
It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact I'm saying Thank you. I'm standing in front of you in the club room.
Well, of course.
Let's all look at Nicholas's notifications.
I got a text message. You are out of Diet Pepsi.
The Diet Pepsi supply has dwindled. Sorry, Tyler. I didn't realize you were drinking.
Right after I took a sip.
I'm not really into it yet. That doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, NickyPingus. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this is...
Wait, what? Like this for other people? That was a weird line, right?
No.
I can't read it. I need glasses.
That's something that only really good people do. Like you, NickyPingus.
Thanks, sorry. I'm not really sure if Sorry sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined.
Oh, what's your motive here?
No.
What's your angle?
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here. I think that's what I said.
Yeah.
That will be my way of thanking you.
All right. I'm going to hold you to that.
See, I told you. You say,
Yay!
you say all right a lot.
Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
I'm getting ready to read.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed.
Wish NickyPingus did that for me.
Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day?
Ooh, she rhymes.
I look alone. I look above. My bad. The sky is blue.
Blue.
Does that not look like it says idea? Squint at blue. Doesn't it look like it says idea?
No.
My bad. Okay, anyways.
It's a secret, but I trust you two. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Beautiful.
Sure was.
Honestly, my favorite so
I
far.
love ending poems with I want breakfast.
See, she's more your speed.
Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. I just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be
God.
mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to
He's so aggressive about when he ever says ah.
Ah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? That sounds just
Yeah, you're the one insulting people.
Really?
yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast.
I skip breakfast every day.
I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Ah, yeah.
The next time, I won't forget. Not at all. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. I've been dreading this one.
Hey, Doki.
That's why.
Oh my god.
Dot dot
I
dot.
hope that's all of her things. Yep. What?
You gotta say question mark.
You gotta have a
There we
confused
go.
silence.
Well, it's about what I was expecting from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It's just it didn't invoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Actually, she literally just said sigh.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly.
What the hell is
Can
that?
climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
Natsuki, you were one of the dumbest people I've ever seen. This is not a poem, these are just facts.
People can try, but that's about it. That's like
You take that
the
out. That's
human
pretty
condition.
Yeah. I told you you weren't gonna like it.
good. You didn't say it.
I didn't want to say it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
Sorry. Isn't that the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a
How
rhyme
many
at the
days
end,
are there?
but then made it fall flat on purpose.
Okay.
It helped bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. A prostitute, if you will. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
It's better than I want breakfast. Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's... Oh, man.
I don't really care how old. Uh-oh.
If she's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Glad it's over.
I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I
I'm gonna say
anticipated.
this right now. Like, you know, games like they gotta do a lot of like exposition dump right at the
Yeah.
beginning, so it does get more streamlined as it goes on.
It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. There's no way
We have
poems
been
can
playing
stand
for
up
like
to
an
theirs.
hour.
Wow, this is a lit club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into across the room. So me and Monica are happily chatting. I land on Yuri and Natsuki. Gingerly exchange sheets of paper showing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this? Oh, sorry. That's you.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Sweet pea.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah!
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say to me? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions,
Sorry.
I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and NickyPingus too.
So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a lot of time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring.
that's me anytime a class is like write differently than you did before.
Yeah, literally.
Which I haven't yet.
Nani?
And NickyPingus liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so interested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that NickyPingus appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everything okay? Everyone, excuse me.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as NickyPingus started showing up.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you!
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
NickyPingus! She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, NickyPingus.
Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning in the most effective way. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, NickyPingus? Well?
How did I get dragged?
I love it. I love those parts.
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with will probably think more highly of me.
You're supposed to say that. Nicholas.
Oh.
Stop!
Oh, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri.
Huh?
You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really
Who did
personal.
you choose? I didn't even like...
I thought I chose hers that I liked more.
I think so.
That's what Natsuki feel threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that
I like how you're still mansplaining to
I'm
both
sorry.
of them.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. And it was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Nani?
Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody's taking her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I ended up even feeling bad for her.
So sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sorry, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all of y'all faces for a while. I think that's what I was gonna say.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Way to go,
Natsuki!
NickyPingus. She really didn't need to do that.
Wow, way to hurt my feelings.
Look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I'm gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair.
Sigh.
Everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No!
No, you really...
Yuri! How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, NickyPingus, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now.
Ugh! It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So,
We'll find out later if she would.
What thing did Natsuki say?
well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea.
Ah! Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, alright?
Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright, well, mostly.
I thought I was still gonna be out in the hall.
I do.
NickyPingus, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk with everyone. Awesome. Oh.
Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something about from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about what kind of poems everyone likes. If any like, that means I can do a little better job impressing those I want to impress, and nod to myself with newfound determination.
NickyPingus, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Bro, hold up. He told Yuri to make him some
yeah.
tea, and he's just gonna bounce?
Well, it faded to black.
Ah.
So I guess time passed.
Sorry, Beans and me. It truly has been a while since I spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sire, what happened earlier?
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No! I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. NickyPingus, it's nice that you get to spend time with you in the club. I can't read. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Extremely. So much. Every day is going to be so much fun.
Like hand gestures.
Looks like Sorry still hasn't caught into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Come on, dude. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sire. Who made this game?
Man's a player.
I pet Sire. I pet Sire on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sire's monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.